we believe that as state institutions, when you are charged with responsibilities and you are unable to even discharge it, come to the people with honesty. From all the responses that he has given, I'm not convinced. I think that they are overwhelmed. I think that there was something wrong somewhere. And that is why in our statement, we deliberately calibrated our, our proposals in an order of merit. So we started with, for example, asking the government to institute a criminal probe into what has happened. And people would ask, how can there be any criminal criminal activity to be investigated? And Samson, you're a lawyer. You know that once you are charged with responsibilities and you have specific duties to discharge, if you fail to discharge those responsibilities and your failure to discharge those responsibilities lead to a calamity of this nature, then you are liable for what we call criminal negligence. So I believe that there must be some probe into it, because we cannot allow VRA to assess itself and say we did nothing wrong. Yes, they are saying this is the second time they are spilling such volumes. But the question now would be, is it the highest rainfall or is it the highest volume of water the dam has ever received since 1967? The answer obviously will be no. So if that is the case, that, for example, there have been cases where more water has come into the dam than we have now, then it means that there's a problem with the spillage. So you need to balance how much water is coming in and how much spillage is being done. So if you don't calculate the harvesting of the water very well, then you may either, for example, delay in the spillage, or you may spill at a time that you shouldn't have spilled. So that is why we are calling for a probe, and we don't believe VRA is competent enough to investigate itself. That would be conflict of interest, obviously. So we are asking government to, first of all, probe. It could be sheer incompetence. If there's a question of incompetence, then whoever is responsible has to be removed. And if it is not competence, but rather criminal negligence, that is, if somebody was supposed to do something that the person did not do, then we believe that person should be held responsible.